Mr. Chacko.
Can I answer? Arnab.
No. What Mr. Chacko is doing. Mr. Chacko, no, we don't want to stuck on one figure. We don't want to be stuck on one figure. Mr. Chacko,
please understand.
Mr. Chacko, you're choosing some numbers. So on Newshour tonight, I would like to throw a little challenge to you, Mr. Chacko. Please understand, Mr. Chacko.
Yes, Arnab.
No, 1 minute, Mr. Chacko. Allow me to come in. Allow me to come in, Mr. Chacko. My question to you is why remain stuck at the GDP figure? Let's look at, for example, some other figure, which may be more uncomfortable for you. Mr. Chacko, I invite your attention to the drop in employment generation. While the UPA government has always claimed, including in your manifestos, your commitment towards the youth vis-a-vis employment generation, would you agree that this has turned out to be one of the worst failures of UPA2 to the youth of this country? Employment generation has dropped from 216 crore person days in 2011-12 to 283.59 person days in 2009-2010. In other words, that is an increase of almost 30% in employment figures between one financial year, Mr. Chacko. I'm only pointing out 1 year. Have you failed there? Why aren't you talking about that?
I don't know. 5 crores of families are provided employment in Noriga alone. Please understand that, figures may be conflicting in certain cases.
No.
But 5 lakh families are provided employment under Noriga. 1.28 lakh crores of rupees are distributed in the form of wages.
But is it
from
working?
2009 to 2011.
Is it working?
Are you not aware that
I am aware.
Today, if their purchasing power is there, that is because there is cash in the hands of the people because of the successful programs of the
Not
government.
just that, Mr.
And
Narek.
if anybody want to deny that,
I contest.
otherwise.
I contest. Mr. Chacko, the figures I put are government records. I put out government records. As per government records, the latest data put out by the Ministry of Rural Development reveals a picture of declining employment generation under Narega. Even more startling, Mr. Chacko, is the fact that jobs created for the most marginalized sections of the Indian community, Dalits and Adivasis, have suffered the biggest decline. I'm just placing this on record because you're questioning the data I'm putting out. Sitaram Yechury, on employment.
Yes, there is. I've mentioned that earlier. There is a very sharp decline in employment.
I would also like to say on employment.
Sure.
And if there's a decline if there's a decline in your GDP growth rate, it's a natural that the employment is declining. There's no amount of gimmickry that you can do to the facts. Remember an old saying: they are lies, they are damned lies, and they are statistics. And don't try to use a statistical buffer in order to tell us what is the real conditions of life of the people, which we can see every day. And Mr. Chacko, I'm sorry, you are sounding exactly like what Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad sounded in 2000 and before 2004 elections, when the NDA preponed the elections, saying that India is shining. And all of us know what happened. So when I say that there were programs that were started in the UPA1 under the pressure from the left, it is not as though we are doing a tutu maima here. You please introspect. You took 4 years to consider the left's demand to start the Rega. The Rega is what brought you back in 2009.
Sir, you're also part of the problem.
And instead of doing such policies...
You're not owning up to your responsibility.
Of course.
9 years of UPA have been 4 years of the left.
Of course, that is laid the basis for the growth that Mr. Chacko is talking of. And please understand one factor. Let me complete. It is that UPA is not what is today's UPA, Mr. Chacko. Today's UPA is a minority government that is manufacturing majority. It is manufacturing majority by the day. That is.
Okay, quick one. Mr. Chacko responds. Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad comes in. Mr. Chacko,
please listen. No, please.
Sitaramji, please understand.
Mr. Chacko's response.
Sitaramji, you please remember what was the reason you left UPA? You just recollect. Sitaramji, that was not accepted by the people of this country. And Communist Party's policy and economic policy was always wrong, Sitaramji. You are slowly starting realizing that.
So
Where
you say,
how the world is developing
so
today,
you
what
say,
is happening in other countries.
So you I'm sorry,
even
China,
China,
Mr. Chako.
even
Mr. Chako,
Sitaramji,
Mr.
even
Chako,
China is
let us not
accepting
lecture each
capital
other.
economy.
Let us not lecture. No, it is not. You don't understand, so let's not lecture each other. Let's not lecture each other.
Sitaramji,
what the point is, if you're going by the realities of this country, if you're going by the realities of this country, if you're going by the reality.
Okay, now it's a counter question.
I'm saying this is.
Mr. Chako's counter question and then Ravi Shankar. No. Counter question. Ask the counter question, Mr. Chako.
No. Let me.
Counter question.
No,
counter
he asked me that question.
No. Yes, counter question from Mr. Chako.
Sitaramji, please understand, we are celebrating the 9th.
No, let me ask you a counter question, Mr. Chako.
Why are you not allowing me?
I've been asked to ask you a counter question.
Please give me 1 minute.
Okay, let Mr. Chako ask first.
Please give me 1 minute.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Gentlemen, since you are both deciding to play the role of anchor on the program, asking each other questions, I can move out of the studio, but I allow at this point of time, retaining my right as an anchor, to Mr. Chako to ask the counter question. To Mr. Chako to ask the counter question, then I Ravi Shankar Prasad. Yes. What's your question?
Arunav, in 91, when this country was in a debt trap, it was the reform policy of the government of India, led by the Congress party, which saved this country from a disastrous economic situation. From there on, it is a known fact, the whole world give the credit to the Congress government that we could take the economy out of a crisis situation, and today India is one of the fastest growing economies. By simply making the political jargons, can they defeat this argument? Comparative economy, China.
What is political jargon here?
China's growth is also affected.
I want to ask one question. This is
Sitaramji, listen
to me, Mr. Chako.
Economic policy pursued by China?
No.
Sitaramji, will you accept the economic policy pursued by communist China?
The question is, no, 1 minute. One question.
Yes, but that is not the policy that you are pursuing.
Mr. Chako talks.
And please, listen, Mr. Goswami. 1 moment. No, you are falling into the trap of the figures of your growth rates, etc. And Mr. Chako is going on. Mr. Chako is going on talking of political jargon. If the Prime Minister says the levels of malnutrition of our children is a national shame, is it a political jargon? If the Prime Minister talks about India being one of the most unsafe places for women to live, is it political jargon?
I have a question. No, I have a question.
I have a question to
all three of you. I have a question to all three of you. Let me come in, please. My question is, PC Chako says today, Ravi Shankar Prasad, PC Chako says, remember what we did in reforms, we resurrected the economy. Now, you have a ballooning subsidy burden on this government. The subsidy burden of this government up from 45,000 crores to almost 200,000 crores is a result of the UPA doling out SOPs instead of fixing the economy. But where do you stand, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, on the doling out of SOPs? You haven't taken a position on it either, because taking a position is politically disadvantageous for you.
First of all, Arnav, please, you don't do a batting for Mr. Chako. The accountabilities of Mr. Chako today, and let me ask certain questions. I will come to the ballooning part of the subsidy. You said why the economy is today 5.2 and in all likelihood bound to go down, and why the state governments of the NDA in the same scenario are having a growth rate of 10% plus repeatedly. The point is absence of good governance, corruption. Mr. Chako, please wait for your turn. I didn't disturb you.
Your figures are wrong, Mr. Prasad. Your figures are wrong.
Series of scam, corruption after corruption. Now, Arnav, one thing I said earlier, and let me repeat it. Infrastructure reform and growth is beyond political dispute. We need to have good roads. We need to have power. Thermal power is 68%. We need to have a good telecom sector. We need to have a real estate sector for growth, both for a small investors and even a small people or middle class people. All the four engines of growth, real estate, telecom, national highway and power, is in a mess on which there is no dispute. Why it is happening? There is corruption, there is mismanagement, there is extraneous consideration. Therefore, all these, and you rightly pointed out, unemployment. One of the biggest, I would say, guesswork they are doing in this Manrega project. I'm so happy you said about the Rural Development Department itself coming out with a declining figure. Today, India's unemployment scenario is very, very bleak. And lastly, Arnav, on the economic part, let me tell you, why is it that even Indians are not investing in India? Yesterday, I learnt a figure. Indian investors have withdrawn more than $20 billion from the various equity funds in the last about 1.5 years. Because they know our money is not safe.
May I come in,
Therefore,
Mr.
Indian rupees declining.
Okay, Mr. Chacko, you can come in, but I have
talking about agriculture and suicide and malnutrition.
Yes.
It's all a case of a gross mismanagement of Indian economy by the economist Prime Minister.
So what emerges, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, what emerges therefore, and my question to Mr. Chacko very broadly, let's not go very micro. Mr. Chacko, the real story which you'll have to answer tomorrow is this. It's nice to do a marketing campaign, you know. It's nice to put out glossy advertisements, full-page ads. But you're being selective, Mr. Chacko.
We have...
One minute, allow me to complete. Have you talked of scams? No. Have you talked of 2G, CWG, Colgate, Railgate, Devas, ISRO, the murky details of the schemes? No. Have you, by the way, your UPA report card includes Manrega, Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, Credit to Farmers, flagship schemes of Bharat Nirman. Also talks about bringing in RTI. Mr. Chacko, these are all achievements of UPA 1, which you are trying to gloss over as work done in UPA 2. You see, and when you speak of Manrega, one minute, also one more point. When you speak of Manrega, why don't you talk about the CAG criticism of Manrega? The mistakes that Manrega made. You know, the money that was lost by Manrega. No, 1 second. You are also not talking about employment generation, drop in employment generation. So, Mr. Chacko, please, just the broad question I have for you and the whole country has for you is this. Are you being completely honest? Are you being completely honest and objective in your assessment of how well UPA has done?